Alright, chaps and chapesses, I've been having a proper good look into the murky, magnificent, and occasionally mind-boggling depths of Oblivion Remastered. We've covered the basics, we've cheesed some sneak skills, but today we're graduating from fresh off the boat noob to seasoned Cyrodiil connoisseur. These are the tips that separate the Mudcrabs from the Minotaurs. Now, before we start dropping knowledge bombs that'll make your gameplay smoother than a well-oiled Druma Century, a quick word. We're on a quest here. A quest for Cyrodiil domination and channel growth. We're currently a cozy fellowship of only 67 heroic subscribers. If these nuggets of wisdom help you out or make you chuckle, how about whacking that subscribe button faster than your mate Dave helping himself to your last slice of takeaway pizza? Help a fellow adventure out and let the YouTube algorithm know Silver's got the good stuff. Right, shameless plug deployed with all the subtlety of an orc in a china shop. Today we're lifting the lid on fame and infamy. Your Tamarel Tinder profile, essentially. How to avoid getting booted from guilds like a badly behaved goblin, the dark magic of the luck stat, whole treasure chest full of hidden mechanics and sneaky changes from the original Oblivion that the game guards closer than its sweet rolls. These aren't in any particular order, just a glorious jumble of awesomeness I've unearthed, like finding an extra McNugget in your box. Let's get on our robes and our staffs out, it's time to learn. Number 1. Stealthy Steps, the heavy boot shuffle, or how not to sound like a drunk ogre. First up, let's talk about creeping around like a Khajiit with a cartload of stolen moon sugar. Your stealth skill is king, obviously, but do you know your choice of footwear can be the difference between a silent takedown and alerting every bandit in a 5-mile radius? The weight of your boots, my friend, is like a volume knob for your footsteps. You could be rocking Daedric armor that weighs more than a pregnant mammoth, but if you slap on some light boots, say dainty leather slippers that weigh about as much as a fairy's whisper, you'll be significantly quieter. Compare that to clomping around in heavy iron boots weighing 12 units. You might as well be wearing lead wellies filled with angry bees for all the noise you'll be making. It'll be like trying to sneak into a library wearing tap shoes. So if you find stealth harder than deciphering an Elder Scroll with a hangover, or you're a heavy armor fan who still wants to dabble in the art of the unseen, keep a pair of light boots in your backpack. Think of them as your sneaky sneakers for when duty calls for a bit of hushed up business. 2. Hands-on approach. Cyrodiil's budget telekinesis. Ever wanted to rearrange the furniture in someone else's house without asking? Or perhaps delicately place a poison apple right next to a sleeping target's gob? Well, Oblivion's got you covered with its own brand of budget telekinesis. Simply hold down that interactive button, you know, the grabby hand key, and you can physically pick up objects in the world and carry them around like your own personal, slightly dodgy removal service. But be warned, if an NPC spots you manhandling their prize-winning pumpkins or borrowing their silverware, it counts as stealing, and they'll get angrier than a troll who stubbed his toe. But hey, it's perfect for moving items to a darker corner for the 5-finger discount later on, or generally cause low-level physics-based chaos. Use your powers wisely, or hilariously. The choice is yours, my friend. 3. Learning by loitering. The art of skillful spectating. Now this is a sneaky one, so listen up. Who says you need to break a sweat to get better? In Oblivion Remastered, you can actually gain skill points just by standing around and watching other people do the hard work. It's like learning to cook by binge-watching Gordon Ramsay, only this actually works. Fancy some hand-to-hand expertise without getting your knuckles bruised? Head over to the Arena District in the Imperial City. Find those 2 gladiators having a friendly punch-up outside, park yourself nearby, make a cup of tea, just watch them go at it for a minute. Ping, free skill point. It's passive income for your fists. You can pull the same trick for the blades and block skills up at Cloud Ruler Temple. Find the blades training, stand there looking interested for a minute or 2, maybe take some notes like a very serious apprentice, and boom, 2 points in blade and block, easier than convincing a guard that you didn't steal that precious sweet roll. 4. Custom spells. Your pocket-sized cheat sheet. Custom skill spells in Oblivion aren't just powerful, they're like having a Swiss Army knife made of pure magic, utterly abusable and incredibly useful. Let's talk about making repairs virtually free, shall we? Craft a custom Fortify Armor skill spell. Make it super cheap, something like Fortify Armor 100 points for 2 seconds. Why 2 seconds? Because when you open the menu, the game world politely pauses, like it's holding its breath. So cast your spell, immediately dive into your inventory, and suddenly your armor skill is maxed out. At 100 armor, your repair hammers never break. You can fix your entire wardrobe, your mate's Dave's wardrobe, the guard captain's Krusty Curtis, all with one miserly repair hammer. It's like stretching a single tea bag to serve an entire legion of heroes that subscribe to Silver Arrow. This same cast and pour shenanigans works wonders for vendor discounts. Whip up a custom spell to fortify your personality and mercantile skill to 100 for 2 seconds. Cast it, engage a merchant in chit-chat, and as soon as the trade menu pops up, haggle like your life depends on it. Push that discount bar as far as it'll go. You'll be buying Daedric artifacts at the price of a stale loaf and selling common tat for a king's ransom. It's financial wizardry. 5. Character Creation Remastered. More than just a pretty face and uglier orcs. Alright, let's talk about rolling a new character in this remastered world. It's not just about picking the race that looks the least like a potato that's been left too long in the sun. They've actually sprinkled in some new spices to the character creation casserole. Not only have birth sign effects been given a fresh lick of paint, but the races themselves have had a bit of a glow up, or in some cases a glow down if you're an orc. You now have starting origins, which are a little bit like backstory seasoning packets linked to where your chosen race typically hangs its hat or helmet. The lore is more aligned with the later Elder Scrolls games, so it's like Bethesda finally read their own history books for once. Remember how the original game just gave you some vague flavoured textbooks about racial strengths, like a fortune cookie with ambitions? Now your starting attributes are directly affected by both your race and your origin you pick. There's even a handy menu where you can see exactly how the choices jiggle your numbers around, like a character sheet that actually does the maths for you. From what we're dug up, skills don't seem to change based on origin, but those precious attributes definitely do. Fancy a Breton who's a bit beefier, or a wood elf with a constitution of a slightly sturdier sapling? Some origins might give you a nudge more strength, others a bit more endurance. It's all about fine-tuning your build within your chosen race, like putting racing stripes on your preferred warhorse. And here's a spicy meatball of information for you. NPC disposition towards you is now also modified by the race right from the get-go. For instance, if you decide to play an orc, prepare for a frosty reception. Orcs start with -5 disposition with every other race except their fellow greenskins. So if you're an orc, most folks will look at you like you farted in their general direction during a moment of silence. The only race that gets a free pass, the Switzerland of Cyrodiil, if you will, are the Imperials. They start neutral with everyone because, well, it's their backyard. This isn't just a roleplay favour, folks. It affects how easy it is to charm, haggle, and generally not get spat on. 6. Beyond 100, breaking the skill sound barrier. Think 100 is the limit? Oblivion laughs in the face of such arbitrary numerical ceilings. For most skills and attributes, yes, trying to fortify them beyond 100 is like trying to pour more ale into an overflowing pint glass, a pointless task. But there are a few glorious exceptions for those of you who like to push things to the extreme, you magnificent power gamers. Speed, athletics, and acrobatics can all continue to benefit from fortification past 100 points. Want to move faster than Kanajit, who's heard the dinner bell? Want to leap tall buildings in a single bound, or at least slightly taller fences? Focus on fortifying those bad boys, and you'll be zipping around Cyrodiil like the Flash with a sponsorship from your local skooma dealer. You can also pump up your health, Magicka, and fatigue beyond the normal caps by fortifying them directly through enchanting or spell crafting. And the best part, custom spells do stack. So you can layer those fortify magic spells like you're making a delicious arcane lasagna, giving you a mana pool so deep you could drown a Daedra in it. And there you have it, folks, my adventuring amigos. A hefty sack full of advanced tips and hidden mechanics to help you conquer Oblivion Remastered like the absolute legends you are. Hopefully some of these will save you time, make you richer, or just help you avoid looking like a complete noob. This is part 1 of my video. Watch out for part 2 when it goes live. What cool, quirky, or damn right game-breaking things have you stumbled across in your travels through Cyrodiil? Don't be shy. Slide into those comments below and share your wisdom or your most hilarious Oblivion faceplant moments. We're all here to learn and laugh. Catch you in the next one, you silver arrow legends, you.